What's going on, guys? We're back in the garage here for part 10. Today we're going to be picking at the Toyota transmission. It's a factory V160 get-reg transmission. A couple fun facts about this transmission. It's definitely a really strong factory transmission. The V160 is known to hold upwards of 1,000 horsepower straight from the factory. So combined with the 2J that's been making 800 wheel horsepower on stock blocks now, you don't have to worry about the transmission. It does come at a cost though, because to get one of these transmissions used, you're gonna have to pay about $4,000 or $5,000. New, closer to 7, 8 I've seen them go. Now as of 2016, this transmission has been discontinued from Toyota. So I guess they're gonna get even more rare. So we'll try and keep this one in good shape. So what we're gonna try and do today is, there's actually a rear seal on here that needs to be replaced, and I have that. We're gonna pull out the old clutch, clean up the hub inside. I got some new snap rings for it. We're gonna put the new clutch in this transmission because with this style transmission, pull tight, you actually put the clutch in the transmission, bolt the transmission to the block, and then you tighten down your pressure plate bolts. Okay, so this is what we're working with today. I know the transmission's dirty, but I can't help it. That's just where I live. Imagine that 1/3 of every truck in your area went 4x4ing every day and then drove on the roads. Well, that's basically what happens in our city. Everyone goes out to site for their jobs. No paved road, it's all dirt road. All the rocks get caught up underneath the truck. They drive back into town, lay all the rocks on the road with the mud, and that's what happens. So this is what we're working with today. As you can see, the seal's been leaking for quite some time. So we'll replace that one. I've just been informed earlier that these bushings are actually, they get really bad. Yeah, I can feel some play in this extension housing. And we finally get to take out this old clutch. So, as you've seen before, this one's really, burnt out. I guess I can throw this away right away. Just look at all the collection of garbage inside of this. Oh boy. Yeah. So, when I went to the track and I had slicks on, I actually just revved it up to about 4,000, sidestepped the clutch, and it didn't seem to slip too bad until I got into 4th gear, and it kind of was slipping on the top end. A couple C-clips, I'm going to try and pull out. There we go. That one's off. Okay, so this is the throwout bearing here. It actually pulls on the clutch instead of pushes on it because it's a pull type clutch. So what happens is the lever comes this way, pulls the hub backwards, and it pulls on the clutch fingers. So there's another C-clip in the back here to get this bearing off this. I shouldn't have to take this off because I have another C-clip and another bearing. Two washers. There's actually a small little E-clip in the bottom. So I'm going to try and pull that out. Small little clip holding the bottom of this pin. I basically just want to take it all apart so I can clean it all up. It all looks like it could use some attention down here. There we go. I got the pin and the fork out. There it is. Now this hub will come out. This is your pull hub. Just covered in stuff. Now when you do go twin disc or anything like that, you do end up going push type conversion. So they essentially give you like a throw-out bearing, a hydraulic throw-out bearing, and it replaces this and pushes it on the clutch. So I'm going to spend some time cleaning this up and I'll get back to you guys after. Okay guys, we got the housing and our parts cleaned up. We'll go ahead and start putting stuff back in. I don't know if it's the best thing to be using, but I'm going to use a little bit of white lithium grease on all the moving components. So just throw a little bit in there. Just so it's not metal on metal. We'll go ahead and put our fork back in. That slid in a lot easier. A little tiny clip on the bottom. Okay, now we had our two washers. These are the original two right here. Second two, the new ones. So they should fit on right there. Now like I said in previous videos, I went with the South Bend Stage 3 Endurance clutch. I'll be using the OEM dual mass flywheel. It's just for drivability purposes. I want to be able to daily this thing around and enjoy it. So yeah, I got the South Bend Stage 3. Here's a new throw-out bearing, the pull type one. And our new pressure plate. And apparently, I would have never seen this if I didn't just look at it. I don't know if you can notice it, but right here is a pilot bearing. So we'll probably take that out. Yeah. Okay, so we'll put the throw-out bearing down. It'll go on the inside and pull out, so we'll put this on. We have the flat washer, we have the curvy style washer, and our C-clip. Now my snap ring pliers aren't big enough for this C-clip, so see if we can just kind of manhandle it on, like men would. And it's in. Okay, so we'll throw this on. Now we have our last little snap ring that goes on the outside. Trying to get this one on now is going to be really fun. Okay, so I'm having a really tough time with this last snap ring. My snap ring pliers won't like hold on to it because it's got edges. So I don't know if you can see it really closely, but I actually filed two little points in it. So hopefully my snap ring pliers can hold on to that and we can get this on. Didn't get it first try, but it definitely helped. So So close. The issue I'm having now is that the clutch is actually pushing back and this hub isn't out far enough. So I kind of need like 7 hands right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this for now until I can get a bigger set of snap ring pliers. Okay, so what I did was I decided to treat myself and replace my old snap ring pliers with some new ones. So these are my old ones, and I just went to Canadian Tire and I got these ones. So you can see how far those ones will open up and how far these ones open up. And it'll give me that extra little bit that I needed to get that snap ring open. The nice thing about these ones is I'm not going to need to flip this little piece every time I want to change from inner to outer. So what I can do is, you can see how when I squeeze it, it pulls outward. You just flip the little switch, open it, and now when you squeeze it, it'll pull inward. Really neat tool, glad I got it. Nice. Now I seriously spent at least 30 minutes trying to use those all snap ring pliers to get that ring in. And all it took was 1 minute with these new ones. Sweet. Anyways, we can turn the transmission around. I kind of want to do a bit of work on the back side. As you can see, there's oil everywhere back here. So I have a new seal for right here. And we'll try and take the tripod off, get this off, and replace that seal. Now, as you can see, those bushings are pretty much done. Yeah. So they're gonna have to be replaced. That one's still in there. Yeah, that could amount for a little bit of play. So I think I'm going to spend a little bit of time and clean this up before I start pulling out seals and stuff. So, okay, with the majority of the dust and the dirt out of the way, we can go ahead and pull out this cool little locking ring. The locking ring. See if we can get this nut off now. Of course, that assembly's pressed on there. So I'm going to clean up my mess, clean this up, call it a day. I'll get a puller, I'll pull it off next time. And once we get that pulled off and the seal changed, we can put the transmission out of the way until we're ready to attach it back to the engine.